Invasion angle.
Welcome to episode 100. Today's guest, stand-up comedian who's currently based out of Austin, Texas. Along with doing comedy, he stepped into the world of independent wrestling with Circle Six, and he's even gotten into competitive sumo. God damn. He's got one of the most unique mixes of comedy, wrestling, and combat sports you'll find out there, and we got a lot to talk about today. Here's Peter Angelo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am an odd fellow. I try to do as many things different as humanly possible because I don't know, there's enough people in comedy doing the same old thing. So I decided I was going to put a mawashi on and have someone hit me with a fucking chair.
Yeah. Probably gives you like a different perspective too, more
Yeah.
experiences to like make jokes out of.
Yeah. Because, like, who I don't like, oh God, I'm tired of hearing the same old things in
Yeah.
comedy. It's like, people just doing crowd work, calling people gay. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
so much of the same. Plus, I don't know. I like doing. I like going down different avenues. Like I like, oh, I get booked as a comic on wrestling shows,
Mhm.
but I then wrestle in the show, which is a lot of fun. I don't know too many comedians who can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I really know any. I mean, our one friend of the pod, Puff, he does some wrestling and he
Yeah.
also does some comedy stuff.
I actually
But
didn't
I
know Puff
think
did comedy.
he was telling us he really wants to branch out into it, but
Yeah,
I
he
don't
has done
know.
stand up, I don't think yet, but
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
that's probably the smarter way to do it. I'm doing it the backward. I'm going in the opposite direction because I know a lot of comics who like were wrestlers
Mhm.
and then stopped and they're like, my body can't do this anymore. I'm like, oh, I've been doing comedy 10 years. Why don't I just start fighting too?
Yeah. But at the same time, like that opens up like booking you on a wrestling show because there's no one else doing that.
Yeah, it does. It it like helps because like when you're a brand new wrestler, like I often it's so funny because I have such a like uh one a love for wrestling. So I don't like the idea of not paying your dues and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But when you already have a bit of a following and you're already doing something, they do sometimes be like, oh, come be in this or come be part of this, like kind of right away. Sort of like before, almost like before you're ready. Like I did a match where my tag team partner was Cruel.
Mhm.
Cruel
Oh,
is was
We're
ranked what
familiar.
50 in PWI. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
everywhere. Like why
he's
the
my
fuck?
favorite wrestler.
I love he is one of
He's
my
my number one wrestler.
he's one
Yeah.
of my favorite people. I had so much fun. Uh, and but to say like I got to tag with it, like basically
It's
like
fuck-
I got booked to be the like host, MC, do some comedy for Canadian Deathmatch and Invoke Pro Wrestling up in Canada. And then we did this thing where that Kyle and Will Carroll from Total Fucking Chaos were like heckling me the whole time. And Kyle had to have a match against Cruel. And now their whole plan was that they were gonna keep goading me until I agreed to be in the match. So that way they could just distract Cruel and then beat me up. And then I tackled Will through a door and pinned him. So you're like, oh wow, I get to be my fifth or sixth match ever. I get to my teammate
Yeah.
is Cruel. What? That fucking rules.
So
yeah.
like what has training looked like for you? Or have you like done any kind of formal training or informal with anyone?
So I trained for a couple years back in Brooklyn, New York at T2T. Of course, as a comic, I had to like kind of bounce in and out. Like I travel and move around, but I mean, it's such a great environment there. It's a very like queer centric, like very like diverse group of people. Um, but I get to do like drop-ins a lot. Don't get me wrong. I part of me does like kick myself that I didn't just go like hard for like a year straight and just like focus on it. I'd probably be a little farther along. But I'm also older. I had to give myself breaks. So I would go there, training under Tracy Williams, Logan Black, and CPA, who are all fantastic.
Yeah.
Now I'm in Texas, so now I'm sort of doing a little bit of a learn on the job kind of
Mhm.
situation.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to be very upfront with whoever I'm working with. Like, hey, I'm very new. I'm very green. This is what I can do. This is what I can't do. I trying to get myself over my head. And I also try to never be like, oh, I have the following. I'm the
Mhm.
big star. I need to win. Like that. I don't want to be that person. I was in San Francisco. I was doing some comedy. I jumped on a wrestling show, and Marcus Mayer, the guy I wrestled with, like he was like, okay, here's the finish. I'll pin you here. I was like, absolutely. Like you get the win. This is your place. This is your program. And he led me. It was super cool. That's always, and everyone that I've worked with and been with in wrestling has been like really cool about it and really understanding. And they're like, oh, you're a worker. Like usually because you get comics who come in and just like, oh yeah, they want to throw one bad punch or hit a bad choke slam. I'm like,
Mhm.
no, no, no. I'm in like the Paul Walter Hauser mindset. Like, no, no.
Mhm.
Fair
I
enough.
love this shit. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for real.
Yeah, or like David Arquette kind of mindset when he went back to it and
Who's
tried to
okay? When he
really.
went back and tried, yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah, that's what I'm
not gonna
saying.
fight Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost had to
Yeah.
fight Necro Butcher last year, and I'm so
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be brutal.
for
Yeah.
like my fourth match ever.
Oh man.
I was like, maybe this isn't a good idea. Luckily,
Uh,
like one of the guys that I tag a lot is Casanova Valentine,
mhm.
which is it's such a double-edged sword because I love him, but I'm always like, man, I don't want to bleed that much. And we had a match that we didn't bleed, and we didn't have like there was no. It was just like a regular match against two guys. It was a fun match, but people were yelling for us to bleed.
Yeah.
This crowd was like because they know Cass, they know his like who he is, it's what he does. So if you see him, and
Mhm.
then we were also at JJ Escobar's place in POR, which is love it. I can't. I have to go back there. If you ever get a chance, go check out POR in Virginia. JJ Escobar's crazy wrestling stunt show, and he's another sweetheart of a person. That's the crazy thing, especially because like I've been so deep into like the death match world now.
Mhm.
You want to talk about the sweetest human beings you ever met? The
It,
deathmatch guys. It's
it's true.
crazy,
Yeah, it is really
crazy.
funny.
I
They're
I have
always
to agree,
like
dude.
they're like probably the least intimidating people. I feel like not like when you're watching them, but like right
Yeah,
after when you
outside
meet
of the
them.
show
Yeah,
night,
there's
Yeah. The
like
most
we met
warm
John Wayne
people.
Murdoch and he
Yeah.
was like very sweet to us. And we were like, what the hell?
yeah,
Mhm.
you're like, oh, wipe the blood off first, like.
Yeah. They're all, yeah. I have to say, like trying to hit up all different indie shows, like, I don't know, at least the East Coast, some of the West Coast, like a lot of the death match, like, wrestlers and just the community in general is
Yeah,
is pretty awesome. Dig it
yeah,
once.
they're
Well,
nicer
because
than comedians.
yeah, well, I
Well,
was gonna say
that was
because
gonna be, yeah, that was gonna be my question. Like getting into comedy and getting into wrestling, like who was kind of tougher as far as like the comedians and wrestlers, like as far as like opening arms and letting you in and teaching you and kind of the politics of both.
I've found wrestlers to be more open and inviting, but I think that's also because you can't wrestle alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 Like you just it's impossible. I mean, you unless you're Kenny Omega fighting a doll. But like you can't wrestle alone, so you kind of like want to have this community. So when you travel around, oh, I can work with this person and this person. Granted, like I have a lot of friends in comedy, but they don't. It's especially people who are like in a higher place than you. But there is like a lot of. I know there's a lot of similarities of like people gatekeeping or holding young like
Mhm.
newer people down, and I've heard plenty of horror stories in wrestling. It's just my personal journey hasn't really hit that roadblock that much, but that might also because it's not the thing that I am putting like all of my investment into. Like comedy's kind of already that. Wrestling, I can sort of, I take it seriously. I love it, but I'm like, jumping in the pool once in a while when I can. So I don't have to deal with as much
yeah, fair
bullshit.
enough.
I'm also a large white guy who's like looks like a lot of people. So and I know people who are that have had much more difficulties, especially with like say like the old guard. Whether it's people, various people of color, people who are queer, like it's a lot harder. It's getting better. Wrestling's getting a lot better in all those fronts. I think it's being shown that wrestling is for anybody.
Yeah,
Like I think
definitely.
that's what been like the greatest. This is like one of the greatest times in wrestling. I know everyone loves the Attitude Era, but as far as like indie wrestling and everything going on, like there you have something for everyone.
Yeah. And I feel like the wrestlers have now tried to bring all the best parts of the Attitude Era. I feel like we've left a lot of like the shitty stuff in the past,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everyone
like those
forgets
angles
about the
won't
dog
work
shit
anymore.
of the Attitude Era.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a lot of it.
Yeah. I do want to see someone's dick get cut off on TV again now.
I can't believe that hasn't happened yet.
All
I know
right.
there's
I mean, I'm okay. Like that's some of the dark
Yeah.
stuff that I'm okay with.
They did that to
That I kind of
Valvinus,
want to
right?
go.
yeah.
Yeah, but I ended up it was. I guess it wasn't cut off. They didn't really explain, but I don't know if they reattached it.
Oh, WWE did something without having a
Yeah,
fucking exit plan.
they
No
just said
shit.
oh no, it's fine.
He missed. No.
How can we push this guy if he doesn't have a penis anymore?
Yeah, yeah.
The heel can't work against them. They can't do no low blows anymore. What are they gonna fucking
True.
do?
That'd be so fucking
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, he's like impervious. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that
I did say I know they did a couple spots in Indies, but they did the syringe through the dick.
Oh,
Oof,
yeah,
I think they did it at XPW in Jersey.
that's crazy.
yeah. XPW definitely would pull that off for
Oh
sure.
my
Yeah.
god!
If anyone's going to,
Yeah, I went to one XPW show. It was fucking insane.
that's
Yeah,
one
I
of the
feel
shows I haven't hit up before.
I
As
feel
far
like it's
as
defunct now because they haven't like
yeah,
posted in like 2
right?
years.
There's a whole
Maybe
thing. I
3.
believe there's like all kinds of shit. Like when it comes
There's
to
always something with
Yeah.
Rob Black, but that
yeah,
is
Yeah.
what
with
it
him. Like he
is.
doesn't he have an own episode of fucking Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
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 I think that's
Yeah.
what like revived him a good amount in
Yeah.
XPW for a bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Controversy.
All the people that I saw at that XPW show, but like how like they're everywhere now. Like literally, I saw it was Masada versus Doctor Redacted, Mickey Knuckles versus the Body, um, Little Sicko,
Yeah.
and Hardcore Hillbilly. I forget the other two that were on it. Little Sicko's everywhere now.
Yeah. He's
And
great. He does crazy stuff.
he's
Dude.
fucking nuts. He's
Yeah.
fucking nuts. JJ Escapar and Dirty Ron McDonald. That was a fun fucking match. They
Yeah.
nail gunned JJ's arm to the mat.
That's
Yeah. Dude, Dr. Redacted, I feel like I mean, obviously in the deathmatch world, there's endless color. You can go through tons of different wrestlers, but like it's matches I've seen him in it, like he really, I mean, maybe it's the doctor scrubs that really sells it too, that they're drenched, but he really, I don't know. He's
The one
up
he did
there,
with Masada was
know?
some of the most blood I've seen.
Yeah.
He literally is. I'm like, I think he has like extra blood in him or something.
Dude, for real. He from the first spot when he gets color, it's just shooting
Yeah.
out. And he'll be in there with John Wayne Murdoch. He'll be in there with kind of just a lot of these guys that shed a lot of color themselves. And like,
Yeah.
he's got the Crimson Mask unlocked for sure.
Absolutely. It's so funny too, and I kind of it's what's wild is especially because you bring up wrestling to people or people who like only know it a little bit. It's obviously WWE or maybe they know AEW, and but now I consume so much like indie and death match and like all the craziest shit. It's like almost hard to watch WWE at times. Like I still
Yeah.
appreciate it, still love it, but like I just saw someone got hit by a car. Like for real,
Yeah.
in the backwoods of Delaware. Like, I watched my friend get set on fire. Like,
Yeah. It's kind of hard to come back from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Mickey Knuckles just got her vagina staple gunned.
Yeah.
and probably
That
not the
was
first
awesome.
time.
Yeah. But shout out to JCW. That's been some fun stuff.
Yeah, JCW is doing like really good shit. One of my really good friends does commentary for them, Zach Amico.
Oh, right
Okay.
on.
Yeah, me and him want to do something together. We were supposed to get booked as like manager and monster, but I just schedule wise, it's always tough. I'm trying to do more. That like another thing too is when I couldn't really train here anymore, I sort of just was like, fuck it, learn on the job, learn by
Yeah.
doing, because I you learn a lot actually in ring. And there's plenty of people who have done that way. Like I reached out to Andy Williams, the butcher from Every Time I Die. I was like, there's no way you went to wrestling school while being an internationally touring band.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, you learn while doing it. And one of the downsides to my situation, and it's like good and bad, is all right. I'll get booked based on my name, always comedian Peter Angelo. But there is gonna be a point where I don't want that anymore. I want to be like comedy. Here's my wrestling. Like to have both, because a lot of people have said like, oh, you got to be that person. You got to be you all the time. Even in comedy, I got to still be me. Wrestling allows me to not be me anymore.
Yeah.
So like, at some point, maybe a little when I'm a little more seasoned, I can be like, all right, that I'm not. I don't want. I don't want to be like the same thing of like, here's the comedian, two spots, whatever. Like, I always think about doing something where like everyone thinks I'm gonna be this like comedian, jovial, real fun guy, and then I'm just a complete psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, not
It's a,
an ounce of funny.
yeah, just a total piece of shit.
Yeah,
That'd be
not
great.
funny at all. Not make jokes. Anyone tries to make a joke, just immediately clock them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's a
not
good,
friendly whatsoever. I don't know.
yeah.
There's gotta be
Yeah.
like something to keep those like two things separate
Yeah, fair enough.
eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. And you were talking like comedy and how a lot of things have changed. Like who do you like growing up, who were some comedians that you kind of dug as far
Um,
as
God, I mean, I was always a big Greg Giraldo guy.
okay.
Patton Oswalt was someone, and like Brian Posehn were like big ones. But I also loved Carlin.
Yeah.
Like I used to take like blank VHSs and record the Comedy Central presents, and I had like
Yeah.
a stack
Yeah.
of old VHSs of just stand-up comedy. Never thought I could do it. Never planned to do it. Was just a big fan of it. Um, and I don't even like even now I'm still like I'm doing comedy for this long. People are paying me to come talk. This is fucking weird. Um, and I was working as a door guy for like local comedy shows, and the guy running it put me on a flyer, so I couldn't back out, and I had to go through with the set.
Yeah.
Awful. It was awful. Like I got laughs, but if I could go back in time, I would have heckled myself to never do comedy again because it's like every January my Facebook reminds me of the set.
Oh man.
Oh, it is. I'm pretty sure I did a Rodney Dangerfield joke in it.
I-
Yeah, you always need that first failure
Yeah.
there, you know?
yeah. Sometimes you get no respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sometimes it's
exactly.
relevant. You know?
Well, the thing is, too, is like a bunch of my friends came and I did well and I got laughs, but it was like real like hacky bullshit, which hacky bullshit sells these days,
Yeah.
which is another reason why comedy drives me fucking insane now.
Yeah. Well, who are some like newer comedians or people in the scene that since you've gone into the comedy realm that you admire, kind of dig?
Emma Willman is one that I think she's amazing. I got to work with her. I mean, like, I didn't start appreciating him. He's been around a long time, but Kyle Kinane is probably my favorite comedian. Granted, he's been around a long time, but in the last like decade, he's become like one of my absolute favorites. I think he is the best comic, the most interesting. It's not like the same old bullshit. There's like a vulnerability to it, like because I get so tired. Like there's my buddy is a comic named Neil Rubenstein, who's a friend of mine who he was like kind of on like a panel for this little open mic thing, and all these guys would come up, and it was like kind of like the same old thing. And he had such a good point. He's like, all right, anyone could have told that joke. What makes it interesting is why did you tell it? What makes it personal to you? And that's the kind of stuff I like. And but there's so many people now that it's just you could close your eyes and it doesn't make a difference who said it. You don't feel like you knew
No.
that person or there's an interesting insight. And that's not to say like, you can't just like write funny jokes. Like Mitch Hedberg, technically anyone can say them, but it still sounded like it still was him. Like you still sound like you got to know that guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Because
like
like,
that's the shit that I like and I gravitate towards.
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, as someone like I enjoy comedy, like when I'm listening to a comedian and like, and they're telling a story, they didn't have to actually live that story, but like you're visualizing them without thinking of like that person doing those things.
Yeah.
Like when Mitch Hedberg was telling, a lot of his kind of one-liners, so, gag jokes, like I was always visualizing, someone like he was talking about someone knocking on his,
His
on his wall, yeah, and stuff
Go
like
around.
yeah, he would paint a picture because it seemed like, yeah, this guy lived this, and it's like
Yeah.
matching, in my vision for that. And yeah, I think those are the comedians that definitely connect the most to people. And then there's some that are just, I don't know, just kind of forced down people's throats in the mainstream, I suppose. But
Yeah. I also
um,
I also hate this thing that you can't criticize like any famous comic. It's like anytime you criticize like a real famous popular comic, people are always like, well, you're just jealous or whatever. I'm like, well, that's the case. Like there's plenty of like big comics that I don't think are funny. Or people are like, oh, you just don't like him, you're just jealous. I'm like, well, if that was the case, why doesn't anyone ever say Bill Burr is a bad comedian? He's arguably one of the most famous, and everyone was mad at him that he went and did the Saudi Arabia
Yeah.
show.
yeah,
Not one person said Bill Burr was a bad comedian because
no,
he's objectively not. You could hate him and he'd be like, "No, he's bad." Like I don't think like, but there's so much like with like Matt Rife. It was like, oh, he got famous and everyone's jealous and like I'm like, or I'm like, no, he just doesn't have that funny of material. He's not that good of a joke writer or material. Like I've seen it. Like people got mad at him, and people think that any criticism is like cancel culture or whatever. Like
Yeah.
everyone got mad
yeah,
at this domestic violence joke he did in the special. And I'm like, I'm not mad that you did a domestic violence joke. I'm mad that you did a domestic violence joke from 1982.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you really thought no one, like, it happens so much that, like, that's one of the things that, like, sort of drives me nuts in
yeah,
comedy because I'm so critical of myself of, like, has this been said before? Is this like all that stuff? I throw so much stuff away, and then I'll hear 9 people do like the same premise. I'm like, how did you write this down and think like, whoo, no one's heard the I met a girl and she had a dick joke before.
Yeah.
no,
Like, fucking, but you can't. Like, this is one of my big problems with the cancel culture thing. Is the cancel culture gave an excuse for bad comedy.
yeah, because it
If you're
seemed
bad,
edgy.
if you're bad and someone tells you like, "Hey, that's not very good," they're like, "Oh, tell me I can't say what I want." I'm like, you can. I'm just telling you, it sucks.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
cancel culture is bullshit. Chris D'Elia is still making comedy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And
he is. He's got his
when you're
pod
actually
still going
canceled
for
when you go
sure.
to fucking jail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yep,
you don't go to jail, uh, most people are still fucking working. Your
yeah,
audience might change. It's going to become real shitty. But like, it just gives
yeah.
to me, it just gives an excuse for like bad art.
Yeah. No, well, I think that like, yeah, these past few years, because like, people as saying like it was like pushed forward as like edgy, like, oh, I'm not afraid to like say these things, part of
Yeah.
cancel culture. And it's just like I could see like if it's actually funny, you know what I mean? But just one-liners and just saying stuff to like, yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned Matt Rife because that's what I kind of think of when I think someone that's forced down,
Yeah.
our throats. And I think that whole domestic violence joke thing too was like, also him coming up like, yeah, this will get my name out here, and
Yeah.
a heavy push. He did that really shitty vampire movie that didn't hit, and
He did a
yeah, I don't.
vampire movie?
Yeah, exactly, dude. And he did it with Jamie Kennedy, which are like, all
Yeah.
right, sorry, Jamie. You know what I mean? But yeah, but he tried to like do it all at once leading up to that special, and that like 6 to 8 months before that, he dated Kate Beckinsale for like a fucking cup of coffee. So got his jaw and chin injections, and like it was just very I don't know, it was just very very obvious like what was, and I think a lot of people are smarter these days than like I think overall than a lot of these people give them credit for, because for sure he's got his fans, but like I don't think he's as over as much as they thought, and that's reminds me of like people in WWE and stuff that Vince would push, and like sorry, he's not getting over, dude.
Yeah, like, oh, we don't want this. We
just don't
obviously want this indie guy that we like.
Yeah.
Give Kevin Owens a belt. Come on.
Exactly. So
yeah, I just really don't understand who like the target audience is for some of those comedians,
Fucking, I don't know. I walk down 6th Street in Austin all the time, and it's fucking the dumbest human beings. They just want to hear slurs. Like it's all the time is they just say you just say a buzzword or an edgy word, and there's like that's it. That's the whole thing. Like, and it's really irritating.
It's TikTok brain. That's what's going around.
Yeah.
What do you think about like some like the character comedy, like the stuff that Adam Ray does and stuff, where he's just like different humans all the time?
Adam Ray. I like what Adam Ray does because I feel like there's like well more thought to it. I'm not saying I like all the characters, but I think when he's talking to Phil, it's really great. His Biden's really great. I actually on my second Kill Tony appearance had one of the panelists was like Adam Ray doing a brand new character, which kind of sucked because like he's an imaginary person. Like I can't really banter with them. I don't know what the whole thing is. So it's like it felt really like weird. But I'll tell you what, he was super cool. He was like he thanked me, for going along with everything, and like Adam Ray, super cool. I character stuff can be funny. I do like it. But that's also we've like agreed this is the character he's doing. We know that. It's not like a Larry the Cable Guy is like, all right, that's just him all the time now.
Yeah.
You ever think about in the movie Cars in the end credit Mater, it says voiced by Larry the Cable Guy. That's a fictional character voicing a fictional character.
And people still don't want to believe that to this day. That he grew up in the Northeast. Like
I was a truck driver. I'm more of a fucking blue collar redneck than he is. He went to drama school.
Yeah. Fucking exactly, dude. It's wild.
Lawrence the Thespian is his real name.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That sounds like a fun character. What did I just?
But yeah, what about truck driving? What is like the craziest kind of story, or what's something like fun that happened in that realm? Because that's a pretty.
I mean, my dad's probably got better ones when in the 70s and 80s when everyone was in just coke fueled fucking hazes. Yeah, it was just a lot of like human beings saying really fucked up shit. Like literally like someone I worked with or I would make deliveries to on a construction site. I remember him saying it was like near the election, and he was like anyone who votes, he walks into that voting booth and presses Democrat should be shot immediately. I'm like, it's 5 a.m., man.
Yeah. Didn't even
what are you
finish
doing?
My coffee yet, dude.
It sounds like some of my cousins at Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck. I had one guy threaten to fucking shoot me because he said I look liberal.
Come on. Yeah.
I was like, in what fucking realm do I look fucking remotely liberal?
Yeah. I mean, they also like it's always been interesting to me too, is like the serial killer culture of truck stops, and they still occur. Did you ever see any like you ever kind of wondering like maybe that's one of the freaks right there?
I never came across, but they're also haggard and fucked up looking.
Yeah, that could be anybody.
I wasn't
right?
doing interstate stuff, but there was one of the truck stops near my house where they did find a couple dead bodies.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, serial killers are I think kind of the only place they're still prevalent
Yeah.
is is basically there's like I think they think there's like 30 to 50 active serial killer truckers right now because
Yeah,
Yeah.
so hard
it's
to
the most
track.
it's just they park their truck, they go do something, they come back and they're gone. Like it's too
Yeah.
hard to track them.
Sometimes they don't find the bodies for a few weeks. They can't. Yeah.
Crazy.
They
Yeah.
drop them all 5 exits down. It doesn't,
Yep.
you know.
Or you just or they what happens is they drop their truck at a truck stop, they log in that they're sleeping, they go Uber somewhere, wherever, kill someone, go back to their truck, and then bam, they're gone. No one knows where they because don't once they left that truck, no one knows where the fuck they were.
Yeah.
31 when Jason gets his CDL. That's what I heard.
Come on, man.
That'd be so funny.
I kept failing.
Yeah, he's
They-
over
they
there
have a new
taking notes.
thing.
He's like, oh, so I okay,
Yeah, exactly.
So I take my Uber, okay, and then what?
Does Lyft
Where's
work?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyft, Uber, fucking. And now they got
No,
Waymo.
yeah.
Now you're golden.
Yeah,
There'll definitely be like some new added thing to the test where they're like, "Are you a sociopath? Are you
Yeah.
gonna cut up little people?"
Well, the problem is, if you ask truck drivers, "Are you a sociopath?" They're all going to be like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. That's kind of the name of the game. Yeah, you.
And
lose a
if
lot
you're
of-
not, you're gonna be one
yeah,
because this industry is fucked up.
yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
It's-
I wanted to know how you got into sumo.
God, sumo was just like I had a buddy who watched it a bunch, and then it just like popped up on my YouTube, and I just didn't. I don't care. Like I didn't give a fuck about MMA. I feel like the UFC has done everything in its power to make martial arts not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like I just watched sumo, and I'm just like, this is fascinating. Like it's so intense, it's so hard hitting. Everyone fucking doesn't know shit about it. But then like the way the culture is built around it, the ranking system that it's just like really, really fascinating. And it's so easy to watch. It's like it takes 2 seconds. It's so quick, and it's so much. It's so much fun to watch. So I literally just started watching it, and then I found a local club to join, and just like started doing it, and fell in love with it. I got to watch it when I was over in Japan last month or 2 months ago. So it's such a good time. It's so fun to do. I am going to fucking break someone's nose though if I hear one more person call it a diaper. It's not even a good fucking
It's not,
analogy.
yeah.
It's a big,
No.
if anything, it's a big thong.
Yeah,
yeah,
Because a diaper covers your whole fucking ass. Their ass is out.
yeah.
yeah,
Again, that's like back to like, hacky. Oh, fat guys in diapers hitting each other. I'm like, go hit. All right, try to hit one of them. Try it. I fucking dare you to try to hit one of them.
The Big Show tried. He tried
Yeah, he
with the
fucked
real
Aki
champ.
Bono.
And I thought
Yeah.
that was like mostly, wasn't that mostly shoot or half? and
Oh
half?
no,
I
it
don't
was
know.
like, yeah, it was.
Like we'll push around, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna let you beat me, Big Show,
Yeah.
because this is my business. But
Yeah, exactly.
we'll make it fun. Yeah,
I did think about like doing a sumo gimmick, but being that I actually do sumo, so
yeah. No,
not
it'd
just
be good
name
to call
myself
someone
Yoko's-
out, just as far as like even a spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it would.
It's what's even more mind-boggling is the fact that they did name Yokozuna because that's a title,
Mm.
and
Oh, that's
Rikishi is
funny.
just the name for sumo wrestler.
That's
bro.
that sounds like Vince. It's super
Yeah.
generic.
They're like, oh yeah, we were like, hey, another Samoan, okay, make him a fucking sumo wrestler. But it's being like the
Yeah.
name, like he is a Rikishi, not this guy is Rikishi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like naming in like Japanese wrestler samurai or something.
Yeah, just name him a title. This is Shogun, which I'm sure that's
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, no, that'd be
Yeah.
like having one guy named Shogun and then one guy just named Samurai,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
which Amazed Vince didn't do.
No,
I'm sure he tried.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
he made
tried.
Lord Tenza, and that was a white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince Albert.
Then he named, then he named him Prince Albert. What's a fucking
I know. That's what I remember as a kid, just learning like, why is his name Prince Albert? Then you figure it out because some older kids explain it to
Like a
you.
penis.
Yeah, you're like, okay, all right. He deserves to be in the hardcore division. That's cool. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's wild, that stuff for sure. We were talking about like last week, like brought up like Bobo Brazil, or like was he even Brazilian? Like maybe, I don't even know. I don't
He
probably
wasn't.
not, knowing Vince. I'd imagine like, you know, there was basically not many people on point as far as the villains that he made. Maybe the Iron Sheik was maybe like one of the few I
Yeah,
can think
true.
of.
God,
You
I
know,
love the Iron Sheik so much.
dude, I know.
Yeah, he
And
ruled.
Iron Sheik tweets just bring me joy.
yeah, his
I'll sort
career
of,
on the Howard Stern show was fantastic as
yeah.
well. Like he had, yeah, he just continued even after the wrestling thing went out. But and yeah, just that I just loved, like he always won his gold medals, but he apparently just won like I don't know, a silver or something in like some junior
In okay,
wrestling
yeah.
thing or
How
something.
dare you besmirch the name of the Sheiky baby?
Yeah, I
Cheeky
know.
baby.
I know. I know. I know. I don't want to do it, but
That's
You're a
like it's
jabroni
like
for that.
I saw someone bring up, they're like, wow, we actually have an African wrestler who's not like a comical joke. Because like
Yeah.
Vince was just like just nothing but like cartoon, like anything that was like just not like your generic jacked white guy. Like, oh, these guys are kind of feminine. They're evil and gay. These guys are from a fucking tribe in Africa. This,
yeah.
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, Vince had the mind of like always of like an 11 or 12-year-old. So, you know,
He had like the brain of a 4chan
yeah,
subreddit or
Yeah,
yeah,
something.
before it even existed. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
crazy.
I guess he always stayed true to himself and never changed, not
He
even a little bit.
truly painted with broad
Yeah, what
strokes,
an
you know?
absolute
Yeah,
psychopath.
Mhm.
yeah,
Did you
yeah,
see the footage of him getting pulled over after
Mhm.
crashing his car?
yeah. It was our clip of
Yeah,
the week a couple
that
weeks
was
ago because
Yeah,
it was
my
pretty funny.
I'll just send it to you guys. My friend AJ Haypenny, who's a comedian, big wrestling fan, just did like a little parody of it, of the getting pulled over. It's
Yeah,
really funny. He's like, I don't usually drive.
yeah. I don't know what am I doing here. It's just
trying
like
to see my
yeah,
grandchildren.
yeah. He's driving. Was he
Like
driving
that's
over
what's crazy.
100?
Do you think
Yeah,
about like your grandparents and you're like, oh, this is my sweet old grandpa and stuff like that, and it's Vince McMahon.
And
yeah.
comes over with the skunk haircut.
So you just walk into Christmas just doing that fucking walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just imagine as a kid too, you're just growing up and you're like reading some of the stuff like online about him as well, and you're just like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Mhm.
You're like, oh my
Yeah,
God, stop
you're
pooping on women,
yeah,
grandpa.
stop taking dumps on heads. What the fuck is this? Yeah, it's. I mean, that's why it's like weird too. It's just like Triple H, he does deserves a lot. He gets and stuff, but like being Vince's like son-in-law must be pretty difficult. And I think the way
That's
he
a
Yeah.
that's
probably
a hell in
karma, I guess,
itself.
right? Yeah,
I
he
always
got what
think
he
about it.
wanted, I guess.
One of the crazy thoughts that I always have it is that John Laurinaitis is Daniel Bryan's
Yeah.
Yeah,
father-in-law.
it's
It's a
disturbing,
nightmare.
dude.
That
And
fucking freaks me. I
he
don't know.
didn't
That one of the
deserve
just
that,
freaks me
dude.
out.
Yeah, he didn't deserve that, you
How's
know?
it going, Brian? So
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
I
I
get
hope he's not
nightmares.
allowed in the house, or around their kids,
Yeah.
because
Hopefully.
I could see the American Dragon putting a line in the dirt with that because he's
Yeah.
pretty morally
Yeah,
sound dude.
exactly.
But yeah, I don't. But it's just also weird to Vince is like how he always made like every wrestler like his kids, and like they looked at him like as a father figure, like from Cena to Kurt Angle to like all these
Sure.
guys, like. But I feel
There's
like that was a
one
part of it too, like weird
that's
thing for
I
probably
him.
like
mean,
I
but
don't.
the thing is too is I mean, yeah, monsters aren't always monsters to everyone. They
Yeah.
No.
otherwise they wouldn't get anywhere. Like they're yeah, they he made a bunch of people's lives great.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he didn't make a bunch of people's lives fucking hell.
Yeah.
What's wild too is what's I would say right now with like the landscape of wrestling, especially with Triple H being in charge, it's such a weird feeling that WWE no longer feels like a different planet from the rest of the
Yeah.
wrestling world.
Yeah.
Like you think like the WWE used to be like it was like the
Singular.
entirety of the wrestling world, every other promotion, wrestlers go everywhere, and then WWE was its own bubble, and it's like that bubble is kind of gone a bit, and now you see like, oh wow, like I'm sorry, is anyone still fucking amazed that Danhausen is at WWE?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Dude, I'm
I
happy.
still can't believe it, and I love it because I love that Danhausen.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
the fact that people
I think
are
it's the best thing they
fucking
got going.
saying you are cursed with him when he's in backstage, I'm like, yes, fuck yes, more of this. Let him just keep cursing everyone and freaking them out, and that no one can figure. Like, what I want to do is that he curses, everyone he curses loses to the
Yeah.
point where they can't figure out if it's pure coincidence or he actually is cursing people.
Yeah, just fucking with their heads. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I love that. Like, yeah, it was amazing. It was funny because like when he came out in Chicago from Elimination Chamber, he got some booze and stuff. And like before that, I was just like, because so many WWE fans, unfortunately, are only watching WWE
Yeah.
product, and anything else is like, fuck that. Until they come into town, they're a wrestler, and then they love them. But
Yeah.
I was just like, you guys, I was like, trust me, you're talking shit now, but WWE, like one of the biggest things that's been always been great about it, and wrestling in general, is comedy.
Yeah.
And like, and also unique characters. And like he has all the above with that, and yeah, of course I was like, you're gonna love him, and everyone loves
Yep.
him now, and yeah, he cursed Dom and he lost the IC title, which was fucking
And,
great.
and I think too is that once he kind of came out, okay, man, he got a little bit of booze, but like then everyone like looked him up probably. So by the
Yeah.
next week, everyone was like, "Oh, granted,
Yeah,
not the. I don't think that's how you premiere Danhausen. Danhausen works
Yeah.
when he's with other people.
yeah,
If Danhausen's by himself, he's still funny. But I like Danhausen making other people. But what's great about the WWE is it's such a I don't want to say serious place, but they're like, hey, we're like, this is the big leagues, this is the pros. We're like serious. Even when it's funny, I think that's what makes the funny even better.
yeah.
Is that this Danhausen fucking like freaking people out who are like, no, this is my life's work. This is very serious. And Danhausen's like, here's a jar of teeth.
Yeah,
Like even the way he delivers is like the Miz. I was like, that's so
yeah,
fucking funny.
dude, I know, and he just scares the Miz.
I,
It's
I
so
just keep
good,
thinking of who
dude.
I want to like see him with more and more.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like
Yeah.
fucking Danhausen meets Brock Lesnar.
Well, it's
dude,
like
that's
comedy.
yeah,
Yeah, you need like I don't know, the foil or whatever it is, the
Yeah.
straight man,
But
for
Yeah.
them
the
to
fact
like
that he does
play
like the
off
little
of.
dance, he's just like, you are cursed.
Dude. And for like, and it goes with his character too, because like as you're saying, WWE, like of course, like yeah, we're gonna like give you like your own spot elimination chamber, you're gonna have like a huge walkout. So of course he's like, all right, cool. Like Danhausen would have a bunch of women dressed like female Danhausens
Yeah.
doing all that stuff, and he'd be in a crate. But yeah, I know it's good, and like I had a feeling like once CM Punk came back, like and he was kind of just not doing much in AEW, that Punk would for sure push and push for him, because yeah, I mean his spot is needed there for sure, and
Yeah.
it's like such a breath of fresh air for
Yeah.
that product.
And like it's just like because like just seeing Danhausen doesn't like really do anything. You just go like, this is a
Yeah.
goofy looking
Mhm.
guy. Like the whole
Yeah.
thing is that you need to hear him. You need to hear his mannerisms, his inflections, what he's doing. Like that's the gold in Danhausen. I hope he makes millions of dollars, which is really it's another that's so crazy. And I was like, I have so many friends who have like worked with him. It's so weird to like see him on TV.
Yeah. I think it's cool because it adds a little more weird to like the world of wrestling,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. I feel like Danhausen and R-Truth
Yeah.
could have something real funny. Or
Yeah.
like Danhausen and the New Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Especially evil New Day.
Yeah. Well, because that's what's great about him. He's very nice, very evil. So he doesn't
Yeah.
really care what the superstar is as long as
No,
they, you
it
know,
works heel
yeah.
or face. Like, yeah, like
And that's what's amazing. Like, you know, so far, like some of the backstage segments they've done with him, like with, you know, some like top superstars, and like he steals the scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's gonna, they just need to let him cook and do what he does. And even just like the in between stuff where he's like doing like little promo vids at the, you know, at the merch stand
the
and
merch
stuff,
table.
and like wearing the Yeet outfits and shit. And like because he's always been amazing with social media, you know.
Yeah.
And like I think that's, so like to me, everyone always says kayfabe's dead and stuff, but it's like social media is a new era of kayfabe in many ways. You know, the drama that happens on there, and like, you know, obviously WWE plays into a lot. They're doing that with like Rhea and Jade Cargill, and a lot of people bite for it. But
yeah, it's when WWE tries to do it, it's never as interesting. I don't know why.
no, it's when the superstars do it on their own. I
Yeah.
feel like they need to just keep their hands off and let them
Like-
do their thing.
Like MJF is so good at it.
Yeah.
Like he's got some really funny ones with Danhausen when they're at like conventions. I
Yeah.
had this photo. One of my favorite photos is Danhausen standing next to MJF. And just MJF, the quote just goes, "Get away from me, you spooky pervert." Or when he was messing with the Ass Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But that's just like that is quintessentially like what I love about wrestling is there's just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna watch these two guys stab each other and get set on fire, and then I'm gonna watch this guy who is essentially Conan O'Brien's been possessed by a demon give people teeth and curse them. Like it's just like I love goofy wrestling. I watched my friend wrestle Bigfoot. I watched Cruel get set on fire in a casket. Like it's like there's so much fun to be had. And I'm never like, oh, I don't like this kind. There really isn't a wrestling I won't enjoy. Like I like the mystery wrestling clips that
I was about to bring up
has.
mystery wrestling because when you brought up Bigfoot, I was saying that like, are you into some of the mystery wrestling?
Mystery wrestling
stuff?
is so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
The only wrestling like, and I've seen it live, and I've enjoyed it more, and I dig it more. But like one of the genres of wrestling that was like tough, what for me for a bit was like just super technical wrestling, and that's all it is the whole match. But like I went to like Ashe Wrestling. We went to like their inaugural one in like North Carolina, and it was a lot of technical wrestling, and like I was like, okay, like I just needed, I don't know, I needed the right event and the right matches
for sure. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, okay, I get it. And it's like any, you know, like with wrestling, it's like any genre of music, and like you get a little bit older and you're like, oh, I kind of like that artist now. I kind of get it. You know, I see it from a different perspective, you know?
Right.
Well, like it's like a lot of people that don't like, you know, spot fest wrestling, you know, it's just like high spot, move, or like I'm like, I'll watch it all. You jump off shit. I'll watch two big guys just slug it out. Like I'll find, if I gotta turn my brain off, I will. Although eventually I will be like, I wish someone would get hit with a chair.
Yeah, I'm definitely hardcore is probably, one of my favorite aspects as well. Like, I don't know, it's just add something to it. And I think, you know, kind of growing up at Attitude Era too, it's like, like hardcore was incorporated into like really everything, you know? So that's why it's like a lot of the WWE only fans, when they're like talking about, you know, like, oh, AEW, like putting, you know, the stuff like Hangman and Swerve are doing, like putting needles through like their cheek and this and that. And it's just like, you're like, dude, like WWE, like, you know, obviously ECW and other, you know, stuff going on in Japan was doing crazy shit, but like Attitude Era was doing some gnarly fucking shit, even just as far as just like the chair shots they were doing and literally mutilating Mick Foley, you know, and just fucking killing that poor guy. And like, it's so I don't know. It's definitely cool.
I don't want to derail things, but there's a WWE OnlyFans.
I know. As soon as I said that, I'm like,
no,
fuck, dude.
I feel like it would be the ex WWE OnlyFans. All the wrestlers.
Hey, that's an amazing opportunity for them too. You know? What I mean?
That's how you cash out, dude.
I mean, all they do is get like harassed on Twitter, so might as well get fucking paid for it, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Dude, the it's so funny. Like as a wrestling fan, the things you see like wrestling fans do and say,
Mhm.
I'm like, do you guys have like no you is your autism that fucking bad that you have no like object permanence that you can't see what you're doing is fucking insane or wrong?
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's every entertainment, but I feel like wrestling
It's
especially.
bad. Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
just because
Some of the wrestling fans, you just want like as a fellow
Yeah.
wrestling fan, you want to be like, knock it off.
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's like they think they're more accessible because it's like they're famous, but it's like a weird parasocial thing. It's like they're famous, but they're not like The Rock, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or like
You're
a
all yeah, you're
big
like, oh, I'm
Oscar
sitting
winning
here, I'm
actor.
watching this. Like,
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. And I think also the fact that, it's just still real to a lot of people, damn it,
Yeah.
like the layer
fans have
gets
this
a little,
some fans I've dealt with it a little bit. Like people almost feel like entitled to you.
Yeah.
And it's such a weird tightrope to walk because yeah, you want to be nice, you want to like, yeah, keep supporting, thank you. But like, at the same time, like, shut the fuck up. I don't need like please leave me alone. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
stop following me into the bathroom. Like stop
Yeah.
following people into the bathroom.
Well, that's like
Yeah.
any artist. They don't owe anyone anything except
Yeah.
for what they're putting out into the world, and
Yeah.
even that they don't owe the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It was like Ben Bishop does a lot of funny IG videos kind of
His are
about,
so good. Yeah.
you know,
Those are
about
so
the,
good.
about all that shit. And it's
The
great. Just like,
tribal Keith.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. And
Like
I was
it's like, hey, you know what? Yeah, it's fun to it's funny because like yeah, we all like fantasy booking. I love me and my friend will text each other dorking out about like they should do this, they should do this. But yeah, then some people like the degree of they take it have no, especially because when they have no fucking idea about like what goes into it and like how
Mhm.
hard things are. Never done it like a day in their life. Like a wrestling friend of mine, Joey Mayberry, he did like a little series where it's like people would suggest a move and he would give his like opinion about it. Like, oh, I like this move, or I'm like, oh, this one doesn't. He would give like an actual insight about why he thought, he wasn't a fan of this move. It doesn't look like it hurts. It doesn't very like you tell he knows what he's talking about. And the amount of comments people would give him were like, yeah, well, easy for you to say someone who's never taken a bump and it's not like he has an entire Instagram
Yeah.
of him wrestling. He is a wrestler. He's done it. He's literally done the moves he's talking about. And but people are like, what are you to talk about this? And what are you to know? I'm like, holy, the density of some people is
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like we were talking about Ben. I feel like WWE dropped the ball a little bit, not bringing Bishop in because I know he did the WWE ID tryouts. Like he would have been great with NXT. I don't,
Yeah, that is very surprising.
because like they could use another big, and
Yeah.
he's also good on the mic, good
Good
with
on Mike.
social
He's got
media.
great
Like,
personality.
yeah,
He had a really funny match with CPA not too long ago. Like I feel like he also gets it. Like he's because you can get the guys who are big who are just like, I'm big, I'm gonna stomp you.
yeah,
I think but he's like someone who like, oh, this guy, like, yeah, he's big, he could do that, but he understands, he gets it like, on such a deeper level, and that's why he's fun, great to watch, a good time. I love following his stuff. Like you're like, oh, this guy should be huge,
Yeah.
yeah,
metaphorically.
yeah,
He's literally huge.
yeah. Well, he could be on WWE OnlyFans as well. Which I have to say, we were talking about before. Like, I do have to give Matt Riddle some credit because he's the only male performer that left WWE that did OnlyFans, to my knowledge. So,
Well, he was dating a porn star, so it doesn't make sense.
yeah,
If I look, I
yeah,
mean, if I look like him, yeah.
yeah,
He's one of those guys where you're like, man, because I was genuinely a fan. I loved his matches.
Same here. Yeah,
Loved his matches. He does seem like he could be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
yeah.
You
I've been
know?
trying to get because I try to get like a read on like the person too. That's why, like, I don't know. Go to wrestling shows, meet a wrestler. Like, typically, I'm not. I don't know. Not talking about like the favorite match or something. Just human to human. What's up, man? And Yeah, I don't know. He's seen. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'd have to
I've
spend
heard
some
some
time with
stories that he
Riddle.
like he's easy enough to work with at making matches, but you know, like all of us, he's got his own issues. He's got his own
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
but definitely talented in the ring for sure.
dude, I
Like,
loved his matches. He made it look real. He made it look believable. Like he was very believable.
yeah,
Obviously, you know, he has the background, but
yeah,
that doesn't always mean that you can make it look good too.
yeah,
I think he did it where he made it look good. I thought he put on banger matches.
yeah. And stepping up to Goldberg and Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
definitely was definitely some shoot in that for sure.
Yeah,
Because
100%. Absolutely.
yeah, because he was just talking about that recently. And Brock Lesnar like grabbed him by the back of the neck or something at like a backstage at a show and like dragged him into a room. But
Imagine Brock Lesnar grabbing you.
yeah, I know. What else? What do you do? Yeah, that's why, as you were saying,
Do that like cat thing. It's like ah.
yeah, you can't do anything. You're just
Also,
like,
I
damn,
am at the point
dude.
now where I'm just like I, I don't get excited that Brock shows up. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah,
don't care anymore.
To
Plus,
quote
like,
all the signs,
no,
he shouldn't be here.
Yeah, like I was
yeah.
like, yeah, okay, he's not. Yeah, just like he's not for me to watch. The
yeah,
most excited I ever got for a Brock Lesnar return was we were watching the Royal Rumble one year, and we were all what we do is everyone pulls numbers.
Mhm.
Everyone gets like five numbers, and whatever numbers you get, that guy that comes out that number is like if they win. Literally, I had like I had what's his name from 3MB, three man band that's not Drew or fucking
Heath
um
Slater.
Heath Slater.
I had Slater
Yeah.
like well, I was like, oh fuck, I got nothing. And like no, I had number 30 was my last one, and Lesnar's music hit, and I fucking jumped. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm winning. Fuck all you guys. Because there's no way Brock's coming at 30 and not winning. And I did win. This is
Yeah.
the one time I was
yeah,
excited for Brock Lesnar. I was also at the Money in the Bank that he showed up at
Mm.
and won in Connecticut. And I was
Oh
so fucking
yeah,
annoyed.
yeah.
Like, I
yeah.
just don't fucking
They
like
just threw him off the
all the most
ladder and like,
interesting thing, like Drew kicking him out in the Rumble and him fighting Keith Lee. I'm like, that was one of the
Yeah.
last times I feel like I
yeah,
gave a shit.
I feel like
yeah,
the last time
Not
I
Brock
gave a
Brock
shit.
Party.
Yeah.
No, dude. The last match that I saw with him that like really like stuck with me was when he fought Daniel Bryan like forever ago.
Yeah,
I
that was
have
cool.
one
yeah.
other,
Survivor Series, that and AJ Styles.
the Finn Balor match.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was during
Finn
that
versus
same
Brock and the
period.
Daniel
Yeah,
versus Brock. But that's because Finn and fucking like obviously it's like this whelming odds kind of thing. Also, fucking I said the thought the other day, I was like, oh, are we gonna actually remind people that Finn Balor is fucking amazing?
Yeah.
Like, are we
yeah,
gonna can we do that now, please? Thank you. All right, cool. Fuck.
yeah. He's who pulled me back in, him and Seth Rollins, because I had like a period. I don't know. I feel like a lot of wrestling fans gather where you kind of fall out a little bit,
Oh, for sure.
the PG era and stuff like that. And then like I started seeing Finn's work and Seth, and yeah, they're just that's why I'm glad that Finn turned on the Judgment Day. He's gonna do his own thing
Yeah.
now. So
Someone was saying that like the Bullet Club might show up.
I mean
Um,
that would be wild.
yeah. I got back into wrestling because of comedy, actually,
Mhm.
because a lot of comedians that I started with were like big wrestling fans. I hadn't watched them
Yeah.
forever, and they were like, one of my friends was like, "Hey, it was like right before one of the drafts, and like everything's gonna kind of reset, so it's
Mhm.
like a good time to pick it back up." And then I started watching it, and then it became my fucking personality.
Yeah.
It's like the amount of like my Instagram, it's like metal, sumo, wrestling, fuck everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And femboys. No,
Hey, and sometimes there's some crossover with that in wrestling
oh
too.
God,
And
yeah.
that's what a
I
world
got,
we
I
Yeah.
got a
live
list of fucking I want to wrestle.
in. Yeah, that was some question I wanted to ask. Who are some people you want to wrestle?
God, I like probably Joe Dredd. I don't want to bleed that much though. I would like to wrestle my buddy Cass because I haven't wrestled last time we've always been on a team. Um, Oh, I want. There's a couple the Queer Billy, Gigi Jacobs, JB Anderson. I mean, like, I gotta stop naming fucking people who do death matches. Yeah,
Have you done
they
any
effy.
deathmatch stuff?
I have not, and I don't know how. I don't know. I'm torn because I do want to do it. I don't have health insurance,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
fair
and my
enough.
boyfriend doesn't want to see. I've seen Casanova Valentine, and my like I've seen my friends' bodies and backs and
Yeah.
the scars. So I also am a comic. I got to go on stage and shit. But like I was like, I don't know, maybe get like take like shots here so the blood
Yeah.
comes down, but it's not like visible cuts and scarrings. I don't want that chop meat forehead.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I,
But I want to be
that's
hit with light tubes so bad. It looks so fun.
yeah. I ate a chunk of light tube at an ICW show,
Oh
so
yeah.
got my
Damn.
color. Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
fuck.
yeah, no, ate it. Ate it for sure. Split
Cut
my
right
nose
through his
Ooh.
open.
nose. Yeah.
I would love to fight
Yeah,
Bear Bronson too.
Yeah.
that would be
Or be on a
Yes.
badass.
team with Bear Bronson. I love Bear. The run he's had. Oh,
Yeah, he's been
this
awesome in
last
the
year, he for
indies.
him, I was
Yeah,
so happy for him. He is also fuck what a goddamn sweetheart of a human being.
yeah. So have you? I know you said like you did a lot of training in Brooklyn as well. So you probably did you go to like No Fear City, like the
New
Casanova?
Fear
Oh,
City. Yeah.
New Fear City. Yeah, yeah.
I was
Sorry.
at
Yeah.
like every New Fear City show.
I was gonna say
Oh
okay.
yeah.
That's what I kind
Yeah,
of
I
figured
was
you were
there.
talking about earlier. When yeah,
You can watch some clips and I show up in them.
yeah. No, I really love the whole setup for that as well. You know what
They
I mean?
are
Because
so fucking fun. They are one of the
yeah,
most fun shows you will go to. I love it. We're trying to put like some type of like tour together and start doing getting New York City on the road and do more with like me, Cass, Sakamiko, our buddy Lard Humongous. So hopefully I'll be doing more with Cass and that show soon. 'Cause that's honestly one of the things I miss most about living in New York is the New Fair City shows because it was like a fucking degenerate family reunion every fucking month.
yeah,
They're
Yeah.
so much goddamn fun.
Yeah, and
yeah, and
it's kind of cool. You guys can like probably do a decent like tour without having to like worry about bringing a ring. You guys do all like
Yeah.
the no ring stuff. So
yeah.
Yep.
like definitely
We've got to
makes it
find a fucking venue willing to let us do it.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
fair
probably the
enough.
tough part, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the right states too, and that's what's weird also is like certain states that allow color and stuff like that
Well,
for even regular wrestling.
that's what happened with the whole New York thing. That's the why it
Yeah,
started, is
yeah,
because New York wrestling still falls under the athletic commission in New York.
yeah,
So they are very, very particular about what they allow and what you can do and what they're very stringent about it. New Jersey, do whatever the fuck you want. They don't give a
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, that's
That's
where
why
we
SPW
live.
is in Jersey.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what was
that's
weird. Like
kind of
in
what's great about
Georgia,
it.
we couldn't. Yeah, in Georgia, I don't think they allowed color really. Because I went to a lot of shows, so I'd have to go up to Chattanooga for the ICW shows. Was really Red Bank, like outside
You
of
can do a
Chattanooga, and
little
like,
bit, but I think if it's like egregious, then someone's
yeah,
gonna
you
tell on
can't.
you
It
kind
has
of
to be
thing.
like little baby amounts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like
Yeah.
very, yeah.
I mean, I
So,
saw a GCW show at what is that place, John? That like really
center
small.
stage. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they allowed some color for that, but not as much as you would. Yeah, if they
Well,
They
the
did it in
could
one
a
and they
match
different
did.
was
state.
I went to one that you just with my fiance and Violence is Forever. Like I think they won the belts from Los Macizos. I don't know if that's how you say their
Yeah,
names,
Yeah.
but literally they had so much color. Like they were spitting into the air and like it was like red mist in the air. It was
no,
very bizarre. It was also really smoky. Everyone was just like smoking blunts in that venue. It was kind of hilarious.
it's
As wild as I got to go to a deathmatch tournament while in Japan for Big Japan Pro
um,
Wrestling. And it's so wild, like how polite the Japanese crowds are, even for something so fucking heinous. They're like, it's just
yeah,
blood breaking shit, and Japanese people are like, you don't hear everyone's like, fucking murder him, man.
dude, that's my bucket list so bad. Just wrestling in general, but especially deathmatch over in Japan, just to experience that. Like,
Yeah, it was
Man.
fucking
oh man,
awesome.
those have felt just unreal. I'm sure.
It was so fun.
Is it so? That's another question. Like, where are some places, Japan included, that you would love to, do a wrestling event, wrestle?
Oh, I mean Japan for sure, but I would love to go to the UK.
Right? The UK is
I
pretty.
would love to go to the UK, just Europe. Even those are the places I want to do comedy too. So if I
Yeah,
could like make both happen, that would be so awesome. Yeah, so I would
Yeah.
say like UK, Japan, and Australia
Mhm.
probably be like
yeah,
big the three big ones I'd really want to go. Hopefully I do more in Canada soon. I got to do some stuff in Toronto, which was a lot of fun. I saw fucking Canada when I saw Brandon St. James takes Tyler Arrow. They're on the stage, and the stage is like 6 feet high. Then they're on scaffolding on top of that. Brandon St. James has Tyler Arrow on his back, fucking jumps off through, I think there were like two or three doors stacked on top of each other, just bam, straight to the ground. One of the, honestly, it was one of like one of the most like moments I had. Um, Taylor ended up, Arrow, he had to breaking a couple ribs, fucking punctured in the lung. And I literally stood up on his own power, went to the back. I go into the back and their medics are checking him. I walk in the back. He looks up and he goes, "How'd it look?" I went, "It looked fucking awesome. You need help right now. Like, don't talk." Like, he was like, "How'd it look?" That's how fucking just incredible I feel like these, like so many of these guys are. Like,
yeah,
that, and they're having their rematch coming up in April. That's gonna be fucking sick because they put on a fucking barn burner last time. Super stoked for those guys. I wish I could go to that one again. But yeah, like I love going to indie shows. They're so fun.
yeah. It's the
I
most
want to go to Tournament
interactive,
of Death again this year.
Yeah. Where is that this year? Is they doing
It's
it
in
there?
Delaware.
Delaware?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's always in Delaware.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
went
I've,
2 years ago.
yeah, I've always seen things. I've never been to it. I just went to
Yeah.
the international ICW tournament or
Yeah, it's
whatever,
sick.
Mania weekend, which is pretty cool. But
It's a close drive
yeah,
for us. We could do it.
Yeah,
yeah,
we drove down to the Tournament of Death from New York.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's just one day. It's out in
Mhm.
this field. It's a fucking blast. I
yeah.
Oh
should be
yeah.
there this year for it.
Might have to do
Damn,
it.
I might have to do it because I
I
really
mean,
wanted to go to the gathering of the Juggalos because
Oh,
like
I
they
want to go
had
to that
like
too.
tons of
Fucking,
cool
dude,
wrestling.
and I have like I gotta like talk to
it
my
never
friends.
ma it's Matt never matches up with like I don't know dates when we
Yeah.
want to do it each year, and like
Yeah.
it's just motherfucker. Yeah, but
Well,
especially
but
with them
so
doing JCW stuff there as well. So
yeah, they and GCW they did a versus
yeah,
thing.
The
that
That
was
GCW
during.
versus JCW, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fun.
They had that
But
storyline going for a bit.
what's it called? So you're hosting the South by Southwest Circle Six show.
Yeah, so that'll be tomorrow night. I wrestled in it last year. Me and Cass versus Santa Chiva and Luigi Primo. Yeah, this year, like I become friends with them. So me and Lard Humongous are co-hosting it.
Oh yeah.
I more than likely I'll do see if I can get some spots in, do
Mhm.
something. I always like to do more than just host.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, that should be fun. I
Oh,
haven't
it's
seen any Circle Six stuff, but
they put
like
on
I've seen
really,
videos,
really
you know.
fun shows. Circle Six puts
Yeah.
on really fucking fun shows. Highly recommend. If anyone's ever in LA, go to them, or if they come to your area. It's always like more than just a wrestling show. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's a blast.
Yeah. I wanted to go to one out like they did they did a few shows over like Mania weekend in LA a couple years ago, but
Yeah.
like when I was flying in and like when it started and all that, it just fucking yeah, didn't form. But like yeah, I mean that's really up there for me as far as just promotions in general, not only deathmatch, because I feel like yeah, some of
And
my
they do more than
faves
just
work
that.
in
Yeah,
that
they have
promotion.
more than just
Yeah,
death
they have
match. It's just
fantastic wrestlers. Well, I think that's what like deathmatch has always been cool. Like I think people fail to realize sometimes the ones that don't watch it that like a lot of these guys can fucking go and
oh
do
yeah,
some really great shit. And they
absolutely.
always they always bring a lot of good young wrestlers in as well that are can do a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So you always get kind of everything for those shows from those shows
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, you got a
So
good mix.
yeah, But yeah,
I
so
actually go. I have to pick them up at the airport in like 2 hours.
Shit.
shit, dude.
When you pick him up, does he wear the full?
No,
Are you
Lard will
saying-
not be in full outfit when I pick him up.
I'm just wondering, dude. I just want to know. Little inside baseball, you know. But yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. He's very funny.
Yeah.
I've seen him. He does NAW, I think it's called, over in LA, or at least he's done stuff with them. It's like Nearly Awesome Wrestling or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I gotta do one of those. Cass told me I should hit them up.
Yeah, they seem
Yeah, it's
fun.
like a
They do
fun
like
comedy
yeah,
thing.
but it's like a
So
cool mix.
yeah,
But yeah, I think we have made it through, and I think that we end every episode with a movie of the week, and we just say
yeah,
what movie
you could,
spoke to us this week.
or a TV show because I always break the rules because I'm a sicko, or a documentary.
Shut up, dude.
Sometimes
It's
I'm in a
called
fucking
movie of the
TV
week.
mood. Yeah, well,
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Just John can't, because John picked the Minecraft movie for like fucking 3 months straight, and it
I'm
was
sorry,
Just every
dude.
like the worst part of
I
my
have a
life.
fucking had a problem, dude.
He was
It
going through
wasn't.
something those 3 months.
Yeah, someone was
Yeah,
happening.
it got me through it, dude. I want to say I'm still here because of Minecraft movie. Never played the game, but the movie spoke to me. But yeah, so I mean, really anything could be like the most recent film, TV, just anything. Yeah, that you kind of dug.
Then mine is The Gangster, the Cop, and the Devil.
Sounds pretty
Okay.
It's a
sick.
Korean crime thriller where a crime boss, gangster, and a cop have to team up to catch a serial killer.
Shit.
That sounds
Fuck
pretty
yeah.
Sounds
awesome.
awesome.
I'm already
You ever see
adding
Train to
it my
Busan?
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the big Jack guy?
Mhm.
He's the gangster in this movie.
Oh, sweet.
I'm a huge fan of him. Like he has a bunch of like crime movies where he's just the biggest Korean guy beating up everyone who walks in by him. It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, the gangster, the cop, and the devil.
Hell yeah. Do you guys have movies? I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny. We were talking about Rodney Dangerfield earlier, and I went to throw something on before I passed out last night, and right before that, I'm on YouTube and just come across like I don't know if you guys remember Jonathan Brandis, child actor of the '90s, and then
Ladybugs.
unfortunate. Yep,
That's
Ladybug.
like,
So
yeah.
that's what I went to. Never ending story 2 and all that, but I was just like, I want to watch some fucking Ladybugs, dude. Because that movie was fucking. I haven't watched it probably. My last memory was like, seeing it in video stores as a VHS, back in the
Yes.
day, and
Is
probably
it
the
like the
last time I
soccer
watched
one
it.
or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear
Yeah,
it's
he
Lindsey
dresses him like a
Graham's
girl.
favorite movie. You get that joke,
Dude.
guys? Anyway.
Lindsey Graham does
My
deserve.
ladybugs. Anyway.
Oh, that's right. He does. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he has moles. Anyway.
That guy needs to be stopped. But yeah, so I mean, I don't. But it stood the test of time. I still found Rodney and all of it was still pretty funny, even though it's obviously like kind of a mixture for adult humor with Rodney and like little kid stuff. But yeah, and it helped me deal with that Jonathan Brandis loss again. That comes up for me every so often.
Yeah, I saw Dolly this week. It's with the wrestler Maxine Paler's in
Maxine
it.
the Impaler plays
Yeah.
Dolly. I just found that out.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was really cool, like practical gore in it. They did, and yeah, it's fun, it's scary. It's like kind of like I think they built it as like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre esque, and it was definitely like that. And they had the hero Ethan Suplee in it, so that was fucking cool seeing
Oh,
him doing
nice.
stuff.
Hell yeah,
He was great in it. His role was awesome. He had a little minor role, but
yeah. Bring back My Name Is Earl already. It's all I have to
yeah,
say.
finish it out.
I need to know the end of the story, just like
My
Cody.
movie, I think it's Kids in the Hall Brain Candy. I watched that the other night. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Kids in the Hall. They're like a
Oh, yeah.
Canadian sketch.
Yeah.
Movie was very weird, and like it's about like they invent like a pill that will make you happy, like forever. And the like evil CEO, it's like basically about big pharma, and like they go into other things and stuff too, but it's just really weird. And like the one CEO is doing a Lorne Michaels impression. Because I was like, why does he sound like Dr. Evil? And I was like, oh wait, Dr. Evil is based on Lorne Michaels.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
Lorne
and-
Michaels produced it. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
and
this
Mike
makes sense.
Myers stole that impression from Dana Carvey. So you
Yeah.
gotta love it.
Also, Brendan Fraser has like the smallest role in the world in it.
What?
It's really random.
That was like before his comeback too, right?
This is like 96. When did he
No.
when
Oh,
did
you're
he
talking about
fall
that.
off?
Sorry. My
Okay.
brain went to he was in that fucking Kids in the Hall. I was like, what?
Oh,
How the
word.
fuck did they get
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser?
Yeah. He was really down on his luck at that time.
Yeah, no, he was in the
Yeah.
Kids in the Hall movie in 96, and he was like one of the people they tested on and
That's
stuff.
cool.
Well, he was still doing like a lot of like comedy during that time period too. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't do the
Yeah.
George of
Mummy
the
and get all
Jungle,
serial
dude.
yet. Yeah. But with that all being said, yeah, so what kind of things do you have on the docket looking forward to the future as far as like comedy dates? I know you spoke about the wrestling event you have tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just some. I mean, cause I just got back from this trip, so now sort of get back into getting things booked. But I'm going out to Madison, Wisconsin in May to do like this record store called The Door, like anniversary show. I'll do shows with like metal bands. I'm trying to work on like this tour in Australia that hopefully can happen, and just honestly, just looking forward to more wrestling, more comedy shows, getting up as much as possible, trying to just looking forward to doing things differently than most people.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, I think you've been
And
doing
then,
it so far, man. So
Thank you.
keep killing it, and
you,
yeah.
you plug the social medias too.
Yeah.
Follow me on Instagram and TikTok is Metal Pete Comedy. Post all my dates, my shows, my merch there. I got some killer merch from this artist that does a lot of the deathmatch guys out of Japan. Seiyo Zawa. I keep fucking that up, but it's his shit's so awesome. It's up on my Instagram. If anyone wants a shirt, message me. I'll mail it out. I should have another stock of them.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Thank
yeah.
you so much for coming on, Pete.
Yeah,
Thank you for
man.
having me.
Yeah, it was fucking good time, man.
Invasion angle.
Bet you love that sweet ass podcast. I am John Cena and I approve this message.